All right, my troopers, my soul tribe, my subscribers that tune in on a regular basis. I wanted to say thank you for supporting me and coming along on this journey. And second of all, for all my new subscribers, I want to say welcome. We talk about emotional healing, internal conflict resolution, and the sustaining paths that require coping skills, a different perspective, where we brainstorm with one another and we are able to bounce ideas off of one another. My name is Julia Prude-Homie, and for those that don't know me, now you do. Today we're going to be talking about delayed gratification. Let's say someone does you wrong. Choosing not to react to that and to, how do I say it? Let it happen, knowing that the scales will be balanced one way or another, is delayed gratification. You choosing yourself is a reward, but it doesn't feel like it in the meantime. And it may not feel like it for a long time, but in the long run, your authenticity is what's going to sustain you and bring you true happiness and joy. Point forward here, we're going to follow that. Here we go. When it comes down to life and having given a life that didn't support you in all the ways that you could possibly be supported. And having those limitations requires a capacity to endure pain and to be tested repeatedly on how true and how firm you are and who you are, what you know in your heart. A blind faith that scales will be balanced in accordance with universal law, and a observant mind to see what universal law is showing you and how that manifests and what that looks like in your life. It's going to be different for each individual. So that's why disagreeing with no, it has to be this way. Nothing has to be anyway. And because we are an individual of consciousness, one cup out of that ocean, it will manifest for each of us differently. So we need to embrace that uniqueness and see and gain perspective from the things that we have not seen or how it can show up in another way in life. It's going to require forgiveness of the self, us, and of others. It's going to require compassion for yourself because you're going to do things twice, maybe even 3 times just to make sure. Same situation or same turnout, different situation. This is the buildup of perspective and others for their lack of awareness. We need to be compassionate we get to be compassionate because just because we have that knowledge doesn't give us a right to feel like we're better than anybody. Because we're not. I'm no better than anybody. This is perspective, and everybody is entitled to that perspective. How you resonate will be unique in your own way. And I am so grateful that I get to plant that seed in your mind where you get to see that perspective and how that creates meaning in your life. And I hope to hear these things. I want to hear these things and how these epiphanies and these revelations that come to you. I love hearing that. And the very last one that it requires is acceptance for everything that is and always was. Acceptance is one of the main universal laws that we are faced with every single day. There's things that happen where we just have to accept it. And the emotional response that we give it is what's in our free will and how we react and how much emotional energy we are willing to give a certain action that we didn't get to decide. You also need to accept your reality for what it is, your emotions for what they are. And you have to accept the fact that while you're being tested repeatedly, that you are expanding your capacity to embrace the evolution of humanity. You're becoming more evolved. We have 3 different bodies, okay? But we also have different forces. We have our external world and we have our internal world. And the forces and the different bodies within is your emotional body, your mental body, and then your physical body. Emotional is the nervous system, mental is your thought, and the physical is what is in front of us, what we see. Now, getting these three minds to be into harmony, or to come into harmony, takes a lot of internal conflict resolution, because you have three different things operating in you that's like, they want to fight. They want to fight. Don't believe you deserve to have that fight inside of you. Negotiate with yourself until you figure it out. And to get the peace that surpasses all understanding. Sit in your truth until you cannot anymore. The first time will be the longest. For me, it was 3 years. For a friend of mine, it was 6. For my brother, he's still in his journey. We all are in our journey still. I'm still growing every single day. However, it took him 3 years, 4 years as well. So don't expect this to be something that is short and going to be quick. It's not. To get the peace that surpasses all understanding is a lot of resistance that you're going to be building down. And that's okay. So instead of looking at things like mistakes, I want you to start saying to yourself, okay, God, bet. What do I need to, please give me the eyes to see and the ears to hear so that I can integrate what you're showing me into my vessel and pull the wisdom from it. I embrace this situation. I embrace this experience to the fullest of what it is without judgment. Please assist me and negotiate and work with me throughout this experience so that I can gain the most out of it. This is getting the most out of delayed gratification. Don't lose your authenticity. Yes, it may suck at first, but in the long run, you're winning. In the long run, you got you. And no matter what happens to you, as long as you have yourself, you will be fine. Okay? Peace and love for now, you guys. This sums up today's video, and I'll catch you on the next one.